social media. Social media has become a non-negotiable. If you want to have massive scale in your business. Now, it's not a non-negotiable. There's plenty of people that have built a business without social media, but in my opinion, they're leaving lots of money on the table. One, you need to master this yourself. Number two, you need to be able to teach it to other people. So we're going to spend a good portion of today talking about the principles necessary to get social media into at least put you on a path so social media will become one of your world-class skills. The thing that excites me about people in general, one of the things I admire the most is an artist of any type. The football players that are playing in the World Cup are artists. A cook, a chef can be an artist. A teacher can be an artist. A person creating a driveway can be an artist, right? Artists of every type. But what we have to share with you are some artists that have mastered social media. And they're here to give you a foundation of what you need to do to get on the right path, so you don't leave opportunity, or you don't waste the opportunity that's in front of you right now. Because let me ask you a question, if you're honest. How many of you have been meaning to get really good at social media? Raise your hands, please. How many of you have been meaning to do that for quite some time? Raise your hands, please. How many still have it on your to-do list to master some of these things inside of social media, right? And if that's you as leaders, imagine what your teams are doing. They're like, where do I go? What do I do? So we want to give you a roadmap and a framework in order to be able to do that. So to start, we've got one of our dear friends who, in my opinion, is world-class at social media, and he's going to be starting us down this road. So please welcome, all the way from Dubai, I believe, Mr. Frazer Brookes. Frazer, are you there? Hey, buddy. How you doing, pal? What's on your shirt? What does that say on your shirt?
I don't know if I should say. It says Vui Luton. I got it in Liverpool from a guy called Dave.
Vui Luton. Nice. Nice. Look at you. Yeah. Eating all your income. No, I'm just teasing.
No, it's investments, man.
I know. It came from investments. I know. So, hey, listen, Frazer, I'm going to get out of your way and do me a favor. Help us set the stage, train their butts off, and let's get started. Let's dive into the meat of what it takes to be excellent at social media. So everybody, give it up one more time for my friend Frazer Brookes. Frazer, take it away.
Good to see you from all around the world. Super amazing to be with you guys. So I'm just kind of get right into it. I'm going to share a little bit about my story and obviously set the stage here and set the scene here in this incredible event. So first and foremost, I just want to say a massive thank you to the GoPro community. I know a lot of you guys tuning in from around the world. You see Eric, you see Marina, but there are literally hundreds of people from all around the world that are involved in this. So I just want to give a round of applause to those guys as well from all over the world that are putting this kind of thing together. So big congrats to them. All right, so, okay, here we go. So I've got to tell you something real quick. On my desk here, I have a light bulb, and it's been on my desk for a number of years now because it's my daily method of operation. Every time I walk into this office and I see the light bulb, it reminds me of the two things that I need to do every single day. And I believe that everyone in network marketing should do these two things every single day as well. Number one, learn something new. Kind of obvious, right? But I don't know if you remember the cartoons when they learn something, they're like, oh, bingo. And the light bulb kind of appears above their head. That's the learning something new. And the second one is help someone new. That's it. So if I can get a bingo moment myself, and then I can give a bingo moment to someone else, I win. I feel like I've grown and I feel fulfilled. So if throughout this presentation, please do me a massive favor. If you get an aha moment, a bingo moment, a light bulb moment, just drop it in the chat. Bingo. It gives me energy. I wish I was with you guys over in Las Vegas right now, but sadly I couldn't make it. Okay, so here we go. My network marketing career started in 1987. I know, but I wasn't born until 1988. So let me tell you this story real quick. My dad and my mom were so broke they couldn't afford to pay attention. And my dad rented out this big house that he lived in to 14 different strangers, sharing one bathroom. So he wakes up one day, kind of cloudy-eyed, as he's scratching his eyes, going towards the bathroom. He opens up the door, and on the toilet, going about his morning routine, was someone from bedroom number 2. And my dad was like, whoa, and the guy was like, get out, and my dad was like, oh no, I've seen way too much. And he starts walking down the stairs, and he has that enough is enough moment. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have had that moment. I've had enough of this. I've had enough of someone else using my bathroom when my wife, my mom, was pregnant with me. So he walks downstairs, he gets into the kitchen. On the kitchen table, he saw a picture of an Aston Martin sports car. Now remember, guys, it was 1987. The Aston Martin DB5 was the car to have because it was James Bond's car. So he sees this Aston Martin, he's like, whoa, what a cool car. And written above it was something that said 3 words, MLM, MLM, MLM. Now we know MLM is network marketing now. Thanks to Erica Marina, we got the network marketing profession, right? But it was MLM, MLM, MLM. 1987, my dad goes, MLM, what does that mean? I know, make love monthly. That's what it means, make love monthly, make love monthly, make love monthly. I drive an Aston Martin, so can you. Call me now. My dad's like, I'm in. Calls the number. Ring, 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 ring. He gets invited to a presentation. Some of you guys have been to one of those presentations that you first get invited to. I was in the room, in the womb, at my first ever network marketing presentation. And the reason why I can't be with you in Dubai is because just sat here is my wife with our baby, who's expected to be arriving in this world in just 3 weeks' time. So, hold on, not just yet. Get GoPro done and the baby can come. We'll be good. So I can't be there because of that. So I was in the room, and my mom and dad went on to make millions and millions and millions of dollars. 8 figures in the industry of network marketing. And because of that, I became probably what would be called as a perfect prospect. Imagine this. Imagine that you've made millions and millions of dollars, you have a baby and a child, and they grow up, they see the fortune, the fame, the freedom, the fun, the family, the friendship. They see everything about the network marketing business. And you think, when this boy or when this girl turns 18 years old, they are going to be my next member of the downline. Happy days, I've completed duplication. Easy. The opposite happened to me though. Because I saw everything that I needed to be successful. I thought I saw my dad, who was this crazy extrovert who would write circles and lines on a board, and he would write on a whiteboard or a flip chart or a chalkboard back in those days. And I would think, if I've got to do what he does, I am not going to be able to do it. Because I had the fear of public speaking. I had the fear of failure. I had the fear of rejection. I had the fear of public speaking. And I thought, I just can't do this. So when he invited me, the first time was on my 18th birthday, I said, Dad, it is not for me. I'm not going to do this. 3 months later, he invited me again. 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 16 follow-ups over 4 years. And on the 16th attempt, I said, you know what, Dad? I'm in. And he said, Frazer, what's changed? I said, well, I was just talking to someone on social media. It was on Skype, for those of you who remember Skype. I don't even know if Skype's still going anymore. I think it's called Microsoft Teams. I was speaking to someone on Skype and I thought, if only I had something that I could monetize this relationship with. I thought, why not network marketing? Well, back then, as Eric said earlier, network marketing done on social media was not really, a thing. It was frowned upon. So I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna do this anyway. And I remember the first thing that my dad said, he said, Frazer, how much money do you want to make? And my answer would probably shock a lot of people, was $300 a month. That's all I thought I was good for. if I could just make $300 a month, then after 3 years, I could pay off my student loans and I'd be financially free. Happy days. And my dad said to me, and please write this down, because it changed my life. I genuinely believe this, and it will change your life on social media because of what I'm about to share with you. My dad said to me, he said, Frazer, what if I told you you're not going to get paid what you want, you're going to get paid on who you are? I wrote that. I was like, okay. At the time, it made no sense to me, right? All right. You're not going to get paid on what you want. You're going to get paid on who you are. Okay? And I was thinking, okay, right. Interesting. I have no idea what that meant. And he walked me through an exercise that I want to do with you guys really, really quickly now, because it had a massive impact on me. So he said, my dad said to me, right, Frazer, imagine you're going to walk into a room and there's 200 people there. And you're going to spend some time and you're going to be able to speak to every single person in the room. Some of them you're going to speak one-on-one. Some of them you're going to speak in groups of 3. Some of them groups of 10. Sometimes you might have to get the microphone and share your story in front of all 200. But then you're going to leave the room and they're going to have a meeting, all 200 people who don't know you. They just had a conversation with you. And as a group, they're going to decide 3 words that describe who you are. And my dad said to me, he said, what would the 3 words be to describe you right now? And I thought about it for a moment. I thought, kind, caring, friendly. Kind, caring, friendly. Like, that was me. We said, okay, cool. Now, 10 years from now, so let's say in this example, on Friday, the 2nd of December, 2032, you're going to walk into a room. There's going to be 200 people in the room, different people, and you're going to be able to speak to everyone. 1 person at a time, 3 people at a time, 10 people at a time. You're going to get the microphone and share your story in front of all these 10, and then you leave the room. The 200 people get together in a meeting and they start to talk about you. All right, so what are the 3 words do we think that is going to describe Frazer? Or the 3 words we think is going to describe Ryan, or Claire, or Mary, or Sarah? My dad said to me, he said, Frazer, what are your 3 words in 10 years from now? I said, Dad, I'm gonna have to think about that. So when I went away, thought about it, came back the next day, and I wrote 3 words on my piece of paper. Value, inspiration, and energy. And my dad said to me, Frazer, that's your brand. He didn't say it in those exact words then, but he said those 3 words are what you build your entire brand around. And that's what started my journey on social media. I thought, hey, if I want to make more money, I give more value. If I want to make more money, I share my inspirational story. If I want to make more money, I'm going to be the most energetic person in the room. If I go to a Tony Robbins event, Tony Robbins better watch out because I'm going to go even harder than him, right? Value, inspiration, energy. So I want you guys at some point throughout this weekend to just make note of what your 3 words are of you right now and what the new 3 words are of you 10 years from now. Because I promise you, if you follow what I'm going to share and what we're going to share over the course of the next 3 days, that is complete possibility. It's a complete possibility. Okay, so let's go through the framework that Eric said I'm going to be setting a scene on. And again, some of our friends in the GoPro community are going to be gracing the stage from all around the world, and they're going to be kind of filling in some of the gaps here. So I'm really excited about this. So number 1, when it comes to this framework, is obviously lead generation. You know what, if I went back 10, 15, 20 years ago and was to get all the people I know in network marketing and say, hey, what's one of the biggest issues and what's one of the biggest problems that you face in your network marketing business? They will most likely say running out of people to talk to. We've all been there when you get told to write your list and you cross them out one by one by one, and the shorter the list gets, the higher the desperation becomes. Until eventually you're like, Mary, please, you're the last person on my list. Just say yes. I'll pay for you to join. I just need to show my upline that I've got someone in and I can do this. It doesn't work that way, right? Your list has to keep growing. So on social media, we have this incredible tool, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, MySpace, Skype. Unfortunately, those 2 aren't still around, right? LinkedIn, we have all Pinterest, we have all these different ways to generate leads. But to simplify it for now, because I'm short on time, you're gonna hear more about this over the weekend, is I want to introduce you to something called the +1 rule. All right, so just right here, the +1 rule. Again, this has allowed me to never run out of people to talk to, and the people who I coach all over the world in all different companies, they never, ever, ever run out of people to talk to. So, the day I joined the network marketing profession, my dad sat me down in his office and he says, Frazer, I want you to write your list of friends and family. I want you to write the list of everyone who you know. I was like, oh, Dad, do I have to do this? It feels so old school doing this. He's like, yeah, because if you're a pirate looking for the treasure, you have a map and it has an X on it. I was like, okay, right, piece of paper, got to do it, get it. So I go upstairs to my bedroom, which was also known as my office at the time. And I kind of get my piece of paper and I start writing the list. And as I'm writing the list, I'm thinking, I'm gonna be rich when I speak to these people and they get involved. The other emotion was, what happens when my grandmother says this is a pyramid thing? What happens when my uncle says those things don't work for you? What happens when someone says, when are you gonna get a real job? What happens when someone says, Frazer, that's a scam? What happens when they say, it's gonna work for your mum and your dad, but it's not gonna work for you? Right? You're not that kind of person. You're not the right kind of person. What am I going to do? What am I going to say? So I thought, screw it. I've got 137 names on my piece of paper. I went downstairs and said, Dad, 137 names and numbers. What's next? He said, I want you to go upstairs again. I want you to contact 5 of those people, and I want you to introduce them to come around to the house, invite them to the house. We'll do a presentation. So I go upstairs, contact 5 of my best friends. And I get no, 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 no. I decide to ignore his instruction, and I decided to keep going until I get a yes, because I thought I'd be a failure otherwise. I didn't want to depress my dad, I wanted to impress him. I didn't want to make him depressed, I wanted to make him impressed. So 6, no, 7, no, 8, no, 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 27 no's in a row. Now, before I joined network marketing, I thought I was a loser, but now I knew for certain that I got the qualification of being the biggest loser on the planet. And I remember just walking downstairs, stamping on the staircase, thinking, I'm going to quit on this network marketing business. What a waste of time. Got down to the bottom of the stairs. I looked at my dad's office. I took 7 paces, but they were more like stamps. I got my right hand on my dad's office door, just about to open it to quit on my future. And I turned to the left, where you guys were, and there was a glazed window, and on the other side of the window, on the door, was my mum. She was in the kitchen, dancing like that scene from Ms. Doubtfire. I don't know if you remember that scene, but she's like dancing with the Hoover and the mop, and she's kind of going all crazy, and I'm thinking, why is my mum so happy dancing around with the mop? So I take my hand off my dad's office door, I put it onto the kitchen door, I open it up, and my life changed because of what was playing through the music. Through the radio. Now I'm going to sing you the song. Although I'm from a place called Liverpool, I do not sound like any of the Beatles, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, and all those guys. So please don't judge. The song goes like this. No, 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 there's no limit. No, 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 there's no limit, no reach for the sky. No valley too deep, no mountain too high. No, no limit. I'm freaking out. I am freaking out. The sirens are going off my head. Woo, 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 woo. I'm thinking, whoa, 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 whoa. Because moments ago, upstairs, all I hear is, no, 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 there's no. And I'm thinking, if my list has no limit, my business has no limit. So I've got to figure out how my list grows every single freaking day. So we created something called the plus one rule. And here it is. You take the number of people that you've invited to your product or your business, plus that day, plus 1 equals the number of people you add to your list. Ta-da! Simple. So you invite 12 people that day to your product or your business. Plus 1, you add 13 people to your list. You invite 27 people to your product or your business that day. Plus 1, great, you've got to add 28 people to your list. Oh, it's Sunday, it's a slow day, I didn't invite anyone. 0. 0 plus 1. You got to add 1 person to your list. You got to keep growing that list because it all starts. Skill number 1 in the Go Pro book: finding prospects. It's lead generation. Okay. Number 2. After we generate leads, number 2 is content creation. Now we talk about attraction marketing a lot, the law of attraction. But here's the thing. I want you to write this down. It all comes around branding. Okay, personal branding is going to create the attraction marketing. So personal branding, here's the definition of branding and what I believe it is. Branding is simply a promise to your audience so they know exactly what they're going to get from you. That's it. Branding is simply a promise so your audience knows exactly what they're going to get from you. Nike promise you great trainers, right? Adidas promise you lesser great trainers. I'm just kidding. They promise you good trainers, right? Apple promises you great technology and a great phone. GoPro, the GoPro community and the virtual GoPro event promises you a game-changing, life-changing event. They're all promises. But you know what a lot of you guys think? You go, oh, but Frazer, I know like branding's all about value and I've got to give value and like, I know I've got to do all that, but like, I don't feel smart enough or I don't feel like the value that I've got to give is good enough. Please remember this, right? Please remember this. Now, this might sound a little bit weird at first, but I might have to explain it. Your duh is another person's aha. Something that makes you go, duh, of course everyone knows that, will make another person go, oh, I didn't know that, bingo. So I remember one day, I was sharing a training and I shared the quote, you can make money, you can make excuses, but you can't make both. It's probably like a 30-year-old quote, probably older. And in the comments, people were going, bingo, 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 aha, wow, that's gold, never heard that before. And I was like, duh, that's been around for ages. So just because you feel that everyone knows it, still say it, right? It's all part of the branding. Next part is people will then go, oh, well, you know, when it comes to content creation, Frazer, I get it. I've got to post consistently on social media, but it overwhelms me when I've got to post on all the platforms. I'm just not made this way. I'm not high energy like you. Remember, I wasn't either. I hated technology. My dad called me his remote control. Frazer, can you come and turn my computer on, please? I was like, Dad, I'm the worst person to ask to do this because I have no idea what I'm doing. But I decided that it was going to be the only way that would change my life. So here's the advice I would give. Go all in on one platform and then work on how you can use the systems and the tools that are available right now to move your Instagram reel onto Facebook Reels, your Instagram reel onto TikTok, your Instagram reel onto YouTube Shorts. What about if you post a quote on Facebook? How can you screenshot that, crop it, and then put it onto Facebook, onto Instagram? I use the memories every single day. I go on Facebook, I see, oh, that was from 4 years ago. Okay, screenshot, post onto Instagram stories. It's not difficult, but you have to, once you do the lead generation, you have to get you got to get content creation working for you as well. Because think about it, when people come across you, they are gonna binge your content. They are gonna binge through your content. And if there's not enough content for them to binge, they're gonna stop and they're gonna move on to someone else. All right, so remember, branding is a promise to the audience so they know exactly what they're gonna get from you. Constantly post about the same thing, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. All right, number 3. Once we generate leads and we create content, now we need to work on connecting. There's no point in having a huge list and having 1 million followers on Instagram and 100,000 followers on TikTok if you aren't going to connect with those people. So, I get it. A lot of people are afraid. I'm afraid to hit the add friend, or I'm afraid to hit the follow button, or I'm afraid to send them a message because it feels weird. I get it. It is weird. But at some point, your father met your mother and asked them a weird question. Can I buy you a drink? Can I dance with you? Can I have your number? Can I have your number? If someone asked me right now on Facebook, hey Frazer, can I have your number? I'd be like, hell no, go away. Of course you can't have my number. Back then, it was a weird question you asked, which led into a dance or a date, which led into a relationship. Then a few years later, you have a baby, a dog, a house, a mortgage. You have all these different things. It's weird. I get it. You've got to be the instigator and not the investigator. You've got to be the instigator and not the investigator. Now, the instigator is someone who goes, oh, I've got a comment on one of the posts that I did on Facebook. I'm going to instigate a conversation. Hey, Mary, blah, 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 blah. Be a human being. Eric says it over and over again. All business is conversation. Okay? Connections, conversations, commissions. Great. It's simple. Okay? So you got to be instigated. You got to instigate conversations. Whether people, you go into people, you're reaching out to them, or they're commenting, they're engaging, and you're replying, you're responding. But so many of you guys are being the investigator. You're going, oh no, I can't reach out to that person because they're in a relationship. It would be weird. What happens if their husband thought I was a serial killer? Oh, I can't kind of get into that situation because they're already in another company. Oh no, they do like crypto and all this, and I can't touch that. And oh, I can't. Stop overthinking it. So right now, I want you to put your pens down because I want to show you a scientifically proven process that will allow you to connect with anyone all over the world. So just put your pens down. I want you to put your left hand in the air like this. Okay? Please do it. Left hand directly up. Okay. Now, I want you to tilt your left hand out about 45 degrees. Okay. And with your right hand, I want you to twist your hand so it's facing you. Okay. Keep it there. Now, with your pointing finger from your right hand, give me a little finger wave. Hello. Hey, bonjour. Hola. Now, after 3, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. When I say go, I want you to follow what I do with my finger. Don't worry. It's going to be clean. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Congratulations. Every single one of you from around the world know how to add a friend and send a message to connect with people. Well done. It doesn't matter if you're new in network marketing. It doesn't matter if you're $1 million income earner in network marketing. It doesn't matter if you're an 8-figure income earner in network marketing. You have just done it. Add friend, follow, send message. Hey Mary, just great to be connected with you here on Instagram. Like, just want to get to know you a little bit more. How's things? That's all it is. Eric was talking about weak people and like soft people. We're building a business, flipping, tapping. We're not even clicking anymore. We're not even clicking. We're tapping. Crazy. All right. Now, once we've connected, we need to move on to messaging. Once we've connected with someone, we need to at least invite them. We need to invite them. So here's one thing that I believe a lot of people get wrong in their business. And if you can let me know in the chat, I'd appreciate what you believe you sell. What in your business, what do you sell? Some of you will say skincare, health and wellness, myself, hopes, dreams, freedom, money, opportunity. I love it. Great. You're all wrong. Because what you sell is certainty. You sell network marketing, we sell certainty. So imagine this, right? Imagine you come home from work, or you come home from the gym, or you come home from walking the dog, and you turn around to your wife, and you turn around to her and say, you know what, love? I am 95% sure that you're the woman of my dreams. 95%. Like 95% sure that you are the woman for me. Women, what do you want? Do you want 96%? 96? No. You want 100%. Like, what? 100%. So when you're speaking to people, when you're inviting people, when you're messaging people, it needs to be, I am certain that this product will change your life. I am certain that this product is for you. I am certain that this opportunity is for you. In your content, you've got certainty. In your lead generation, your certainty. When you connect with people, it's not like, oh, I'm not sure if it's going to be for them. No, this is for everyone. What we've got is for everyone. And if you're not certain about something, go and find the solution to that. Go and speak to an upline, a sideline, a downline, a mentor. Go and get certain on every single thing you do, because it's going to improve your conversions massively. Oh, it may or may not be for you. I think it could help you. Or what if you just give it a year? Give it a year. Imagine being at the, you're getting married. Do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife? Just 1 minute. Listen, love. I do love you. I'm 95% certain of that. But I'm going to give you a year And if you're not that great, I'm gonna find someone else. Come on, it doesn't work that way. The second part of this is a lot of people, especially on social media, just because they say yes to more information, right? You've generated a lead, they've seen the content you're creating, you've connected them, you've messaged them to invite them to a presentation about the product or the opportunity or the service, and they say, yeah, please send me the link, add me to the group. You're like, yes, you get a link, everyone gets a link, right? You think that you're like a link sending specialist, and it's all about just get as many people onto the link as possible. Just get as many people onto the link as possible. And then when you go to follow up with them and they ghost you and they blank you, you're thinking, oh, the link doesn't work. It's the link's fault. The company needs to create a better link. It's because there's too many characters on the link. Oh, it's because the video is 7.5 minutes and it should be 7:25. It's, oh, the shirt that he's wearing, don't like that shirt. Oh, God, his glasses are horrific. What? The link's broken. It's not the link. It's because you haven't determined the difference between a suspect and a prospect. It's very important. In fact, if I was to tell you that you guys don't have a closing problem on social media, you have a qualifying problem. Because closing on social media is easy. It's a one question that you have to ask. One very simple question. But it's not a closing problem, it's a qualifying problem. Hey, I'll give you a simple script. I've got thousands of scripts you'll hear about later on, right? But hey, I'm super excited that you want the information. It is going to be gold. You're going to love it. Are you sure you can watch the information tonight so I can introduce you to a friend of mine tomorrow? If they say no, or if they ghost you, you know they would have ghosted you even after they watched the link as well, or clicked the link anyway. So you need to qualify them before you send the link. Instead of go, okay, great, here's the link. Oh, yes, got someone. I gave the link away to 78 people today. How many suspects and how many prospects? I don't know. Well, if you don't know, you can't expect that you've got the right people in front of the right information. And you're going to get motivated when you've got a true prospect instead of demotivated when you get no one respond to you. So know the difference between a suspect and a prospect. Number 5, let's put it here. Social media follow-up. So if you generated a lead, you created the content, you connected with them, you invited them to watch the tool correctly, knowing the difference between a suspect and a prospect, you need to then follow up. Now, I could talk about follow-up for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, days, weeks, months. But here's the tip that I give you. Don't worry if they don't say yes. Oh no, they said no. I've had 27 no's in a row. Trust me. When I got 27 no's in a row, I wanted to quit. I wanted to murder my dad. I almost did. But here's what you need to know. In my opinion, two people facing each other, online, right? Both looking at your phones. Person A, person B. Whichever direction your prospect goes, you go the same way. Or I'll explain it by showing you. That's the wrong pen to use. I'll use the green so you can actually see it, right? So your prospect goes, ooh, I want more information, please. You go, okay, great. And you can talk about the information that they want. Now, what if the prospect goes, no, it sounds like a pyramid thing. I don't like that. It looks like a scam. Okay, great. Like, if it's not for you, it's not for you. I don't mind. But most people go, oh, it sounds like a pyramid thing. And you're like, no, it's not. It's not a pyramid thing. I promise you. What's that? You're chasing people. You're chasing people away. So don't worry if people say no. It's like, hey, no worries. Next. Hang on a minute. So don't worry about when people say no, because a lot of people are going to say no on social media. Statistically, you're going to get 10 times the number of no's online than you are offline. 10 times, if not 11 times now. Number 6. Sorry, closing and launching. Eric was mentioning it earlier. That says closing and launching. Eric was sharing it earlier about weak people, soft people. We've got into a situation now where online, when you get this framework moving, when you really get it pumping, the idea of getting 2, 5, 10 new team members every single month becomes a reality. getting 5, 10, 20, 50, or 100 can become a reality for you. But so many people get obsessed and addicted to, right, sign up, 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 sign up. Easy. They forget to launch them. And the money is in the launching. The big long-term income is made in the launching. So we have to effectively launch people. So how do we do that? Really, really quickly. There's a reason why you have an upline, a sideline, and a downline. That's what we all want, right? We all want the USD. We all want the US dollars. We all want those big commissions. The upline gets you involved. The sideline holds you accountable. The downline sets you free. So, introducing an upline into the conversation, introducing a sideline into the conversation, introducing your downline into the conversation. Share the story. Hey, I got started just like you 3 months ago, and this is what's happened. I got started just like you 6 years ago, and this is what happened. There's no point in just getting sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up, and not doing the next steps. Why? There'll be more people in the industry who says it doesn't work, that network marketing thing. So, this is what happened to me following this framework. This is how I started to generate leads. And one day I came across a Russian guy. I was on Skype, believe it or not. Again, I was like, lead generation, right? Who do I need to find? And I found a Russian business owner living in Liverpool. Right, so again, I'm from Liverpool, and I said, hey, I would love to just speak to you on Skype. He said, no, I don't do, this is my very bad Russian accent, I don't do meeting virtually, I made face-to-face, worst Russian accent ever, right? So I'm like, okay, come round to the house. I was 21 years old, and I was absolutely petrified. In fact, I called my mom, my dad, and my brother and said, this guy's coming round to the house at 1 p.m. If you don't hear from me by 1:15, I want you to send the police round to the house. No joke, I was petrified. So, this Russian dude comes to the house. He calls on the gates. I was living at home at my mum and dad's multi-million-dollar mansion because I thought I needed the mansion to get him in. He walks up and he bounces, right? Like just what I'd imagined the Russian guy to do. He bounces. I felt the floor shattering like there was an earthquake every single time he stepped. I'm like, hey. Now I'm 21. I was a student at the time. I think I had board shorts on and I had a t-shirt with moth holes in it. I'm like, hello, my name's Frazer. Like, Privyet, my name's Sergey. I'm like, oh no, this is not gonna go well. I can feel it, I can sense it. And we start to build this friendship. I am absolutely petrified because I'm thinking, I've got to ask him the question to see if he's gonna like join. And what if he says no and he like wants to kill me? Like, I don't know. He said, listen, I want to build online business. You are key. He said, you are key? What's you are key? He said, you are key. I went, I don't know what you are key is. Went, you are the key. Ah, okay. You are the key. Okay, you teach me online business. Online business. So I spent a week with him. He almost didn't leave out the house for a week. Luckily, he lived nearby, so he could kind of go every night. And a few years went by, and he said to me, Frazer, we go to Russia. I'm like, no, I'm not going to Russia. There's no flipping way I'm going to Russia. Mate, I just want to make $300 a month, right? This guy who doesn't think he can do network marketing, I'll teach you some social media stuff, but like me and going to Russia, no flipping way. My dad says to me, he says, Frazer, inconvenience exposes commitment. Is this an inconvenience to you? I said, yes. He said, then you're not committed. I was like, oh, that one hurt. I said, I better get her on the plane then. So I got on the plane, 2013, April, freezing cold, we arrive in Ulan-Ude, which is Eastern Russia. It was minus 25 degrees Celsius. I did not pack a coat. Stupid me. So I'm flying back. We arrive in Moscow, and we do an event in Moscow. And in walks in this blonde goddess. And all I was thinking was, please do not be in the business. Please do not be in the business. Please do not be in the business. She says, hello, Frazer. My name's Svetlana. I translate you. I said, are you in the business? She says, no, I'm just here to translate. I was like, shit, she's not in the business. Happy days. 3 years later, I married her. which is kind of, 4 years later, I married her, which is crazy, and now we're having a baby. But while she was living in Moscow, I was going to and from the UK, to build the relationship with her, build the relationship. And whilst I was in Moscow, I thought, heck, why not do what I do every single day online in Moscow? So I did. I started to connect with people, created content in Russian Facebook groups and a website called VKontakte, which was Russia's version of Facebook. I started connecting, I started messaging, and I invited people to an event. And if my friend invited people, I invited people. And I remember this woman walked in. She walked into the event, and all her energy was just in the floor. She had these dark glasses on, dark clothing on. She comes in, she wasn't really making eye contact. And I looked at her and I thought, that was me. When I started this network marketing game, she's me. And I thought, you know what? Let's teach her everything. She joined the business. Let's teach her everything about network marketing online. She started to grow a business. I was like, this is great. I'm going from the UK to Moscow, UK to Moscow, UK to Moscow. I'm building a relationship with Svetlana, and I'm building up these people in Russia who don't know how to build a network marketing business. They're all in their 50s and their 60s. They're clueless, but they're like, oh my God, I got 5 likes. I got 10 likes. I got 20 comments. This is amazing. I'm like, it works for anyone and everyone. And then she disappeared. I was like, oh. For those of you who built a team before, when you pour so much into someone and then they vanish, it hurts. You think, oh, what did I do wrong? What could I do next time? Anyway, fast forward a few years. 2019, GoPro, Las Vegas, MGM Grand. The second time I spoke at GoPro, I'm very, very grateful for that opportunity. I'm super jet lagged. I go on stage, I do the 45-minute keynote thing, it might be 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I do the keynote. I go backstage, I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm high as a kite on adrenaline, and I'm working my way slowly back to my seat at the back of the room on the ground floor. For those of you who were there, you'll remember. And they started doing the $1 Million Hall of Fame. And I was like, $1 Million Hall of Fame? This is cool. What a great idea. And I see one after one after one person, there was 13, 14, 15 people go across the stage collecting this award. And I was just high. I was as high as a kite on adrenaline, celebrating them, because energy is a big thing. Come on, yeah, well done, Mary, well done, Sarah, Craig, you're awesome, yeah, that's awesome, yeah, give it energy. I was loving it. Then there was a VIP party behind the stage. And I was at the VIP party drinking my sparkling water. And there's about 200 of us. And I get a tap on the shoulder. Look over there, someone wants you. Turn to my right. And this woman in high heels comes running over to me, jumps on me, squeezes me so tight, I thought my head was going to fall off. And as I let go, she just goes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go. I was like, was it that good? I didn't. And I looked at her bottom, I saw her sparkly shoes, started working my way up. I saw this amazing dress. I saw this amazing diamond necklace. I saw this amazing haircut. And as I looked into the eyes of this woman, it was Olga from Russia. I said, Olga, what? What happened? You're here? And she says, Frazer, I just want to thank you because I've just been on stage to collect one of the Hall of Fame $1 Million awards. Guys, as I leave here with you, I just wanted to make $300 a month. That's all I wanted to make. I had no idea the ripple effect that this was going to create by creating a very simple social media framework. And honestly, if it can happen to me, it can happen to you. If you think social media is too difficult or too tough, trust me, it isn't. I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate the GoPro community more than you can ever imagine. I appreciate your time and attention. And I cannot wait to listen to the rest of the event with you guys. Be like Olga, be like the rest of the guys pushing on social media, and I'll see you real soon.